What's up, guys? This is Boot Productions, also known as Boot Body Cams. What's up, guys? So I figured that for tonight we would reminisce over that time that a little weasel guy named Tyrants Beware, also AKA known as Terry, got completely and utterly exposed. This individual is most widely known for being a liar. He lied about calling CPS on another creator's children for no reason. I did, of course, call this out from the get go. And yeah, so this little Weasley guy over here, he's never had enough balls to ever actually talk to me or face me. But he seems to now be going around and claiming his name is Josh. So I figured that we would go back over a video that Lucid did about Terry, where she proves without a reasonable doubt that he is, in fact, Terry. And so, in the end, I'm really just doing this stream just to piss Terry off, if I'm really being honest. So, with that being said, guys, let's get this started and let's add this up to the stage and let's go.
Relaxing Labor Day, and welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and I'm going to say something that I do not say very often, and that is I was wrong. Kind of. Not really. I was right, but I was also kind of wrong. We're going to get into it. For those of you who don't know, my first video on this platform was on April 7th of this year, and it was about Tyrants Beware. Now, I'm sure most of you have figured out by now, the one thing you don't do around me is mess with people's kids. You just don't. You do not involve people's families. You do not take internet nonsense in.
And most people do that. The problem with Tyrants Beware is that he suffered from a brain injury, so he don't think very good
Into the lives of children. And that's what Tyrants Beware did by calling CPS on KFAR for absolutely no reason. I don't care what side of the line you stand on. That is unacceptable behavior by any stretch of the imagination. And the fact he did that infuriated me. One of the things that I am good at is research. And the first video I made on this platform, I identified Tyrants Beware as a man named Terry, and I was right. Now, there were a couple of twists and turns along the way because there were different email addresses. He has a brother named Billy that looks very much like him, but he was Terry all along. So we're going to take a look at that video. We're going to get into it, and we're going to take a look at the real Tyrants Beware.
And you know what we're going to do with the liars? Well, when someone does come in and says that I'm a liar or makes the line of...
You are a liar, Terry. You've admitted to lying. You are a known liar now. You realize that, right? You might have thought you were cool, but in the end, you are a true known liar.
Of implicating me to be a liar, we're going to play this for them.
You gonna hit me in the face?
What, you calling me a liar?
Good evening and welcome to PlayStation.
Except you are a liar, and your very existence is an insult to Major Payne.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad you agree.
So let's get to it, guys. So KFAR this recently week had actually made a post stating that I threatened his kids. Well, KFAR, you might want to look at that post again. Because I said it was about your kids.
Oh, Terry. Did I mention that his name's Terry? His name's Terry, by the way. You are a lying piece of shit. You said that his children would be involved. And the biggest problem with this is you do not f with people's children. I don't care how butthurt you.
Yeah, for anyone in the chat, let me know, like, what's with this obsession with going after other people's kids, like with Ryder or Terry. I would really love to know this.
Are. I don't give a shit if someone hurts your feelings. You do not f people's children.
The whole thing is, me, Chris, and Tiffany was on his live stream where he brought out the statement that his 3-year-old child would be able to debate all of us.
And it was in this moment that the butthurt began. Kfar made a very accurate statement as to the intelligence of his 3-year-old versus these 3 dipshits, and he's not wrong. But Terry didn't like to hear that, because Terry is a pussy-ass little bitch.
And I just simply said to him, you're probably right, because he would be able to fight me a little bit better in a debate. So in other words, he was taking what happened in that live stream and lying about it. And I wanted to confront him about it. But we can all guess he's not going to show up tonight, despite the fact that he knew I was going to be missing WrestleMania tonight.
He had his footy pajamas on and everything. He was ready for WrestleMania, and Kfar didn't show up. That's so sad.
He even put it in his post. We've got the screenshots to prove it if he decides that.
What up, GE? Yeah, so little Tear Bear is running around, running his cocksucker. So I figured, you know what? Let's remind him that his name is Terry, and he keeps lying even more.
He's not gonna say anything. So Kfar, that was on you, bud. Now I will tell you there was a little secret in which I put in.
And I do just want to point out that Lucid's title on this is just perfect. Weasel Unmasked. Because that's the thing, Terry, is you are a weasel. You're like the dog who's barking on the other side of the fence until it's met with an actual dog and not a fence in between. And then you tuck tail and run. It's the exact reason why when I was even trying to come up on your StreamYard, you refused to let me up. Because in the end, you're a coward, Terry. And you're going to always be a coward. It's pretty clear.
My last video, which would definitely be something that I have already done. I'm going to let you sweat on it to figure it out before I actually reveal that.
Okay, so that's enough of that particular live stream. That's already an hour and a half of my life that I am never getting back because I had to sit through it the first time. And when I tell you that this man is the worst streamer I have ever seen, I'm not kidding. It's worse than watching paint dry. It's almost traumatizing how bad it really is, as you've seen from just the few clips that I've showed you. Essentially, what the big surprise was, the thing that he is absolutely so proud of, is the fact that he called CPS on Kfar. He took his level of stupidity and petty to a whole new plateau. He called Child Protective Services on Kfar. So right now I'm going to show you a clip from his next video. And this was about 12 hours after that live stream, so about 14 hours ago now, entitled, "At Kfar Continues to Keep Lying, Let's Debunk Him." Not let's debunk him. Because, why not? Shocker. We are obviously dealing with a Moriarty level intelligence here. So let's take a look at that.
Now, Kfar, when will you learn? I don't deal in lies. That's you and Michael Kaiser.
Yes, you do, Terry. You deal in lies. Silence do good, or Terry, yo, dude, why don't you just come in correct with your actual account? You don't really have to come in with a sock account, Terry. You little coward, you little weasel boy. You're like a little squirrel, dude. Just weasel.
Well, looks like we're going to have to throw another video up. Let's see my intro.
Nope, 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 nope. We are not watching that intro again. Nope, sorry, fuck that.
Are back again once again. So I wasn't going to make another video this weekend, but I was alerted to something that Tyrants Beware said in his live stream tonight. Now, if you remember Tyrants Beware, I've kind of been debunking him for public safety, official misconduct, like the whole week, 2 weeks maybe.
You do mean your own lies, right? I mean, seriously. Do I really have to prove it?
This is my opinion, blah blah blah. I had video evidence to back up that what I was saying was accurate and what Chris was saying was a complete lie. Tyrants Beware seems to just be towing the line for Chris at this point. But
Terry, you're not fooling anybody with your sock account. Oh, sorry, Josh, you're not fooling anybody.
2 days ago, he made a comment. I don't know if it was on my page or his page, but he posted, "Dude, I played the same video 3 hours before you did," in regards to the video that proved Chris was a liar. "This ain't about Chris. This is about you and your mouth. You'll have to wait to find out more information this weekend, but I tell you this, your children will be involved." Yeah, grown people don't attack children, especially when the other person hasn't brought children into this. Now, I haven't brought any children into this. I don't even know who he is because he hides behind a mask. We've got some digging going on in the background. We've got it narrowed down to a few people.
A few people, you say, huh? Well, allow me to say this. Make sure you don't bring your false charges up on a person.
Yo, Terry, you should probably also be mindful that people are watching and they're watching you comment on a sock account when I'm pretty sure there's a shitter that a Toyota rep blew up that you probably should be cleaning right now, bud.
Who is not me. Like I said, you'll never know. I've covered my ass pretty damn well. Good luck.
This is Rocky. It's the first car I ever bought.
Rocky.
I guess he needed a new.
Oh, Terry. Oh, I don't know how you thought you covered your ass, but it literally took me 20 minutes, and that's
Melanie, it's up on the thumbnail. Don't worry, we're gonna be getting to that video too, 100%. Maddie said it's sad that Terry used the same V for Vendetta clip for every video. Yeah, I mean that's what he did. You know, that's the thing though, is Terry's doing a lot of these videos and these edits while he's at work and he's supposed to be scrubbing toilets. He's even said in one of his live streams that I've got captured that he just goes ahead and he edits all the videos on his phone, and by the time he's walking out to his car in the parking lot at the end of shift, they're uploading to YouTube. So, you know, I guess he either just isn't scrubbing the toilets or he got them done real fast.
with stopping to go make myself an espresso. So I didn't need luck
Yeah, dude.
like at all.
That's the thing, is that Terry would rather come in here under a sock account than just own up like a man and admit that he got caught. Because Terry's not a real man. He's a coward.
Although I do remember you had a video. Honestly, I can't sit through rewatching them to find the clip. But there was one where you said that you paid lawyers like $1,000 a piece to see if they could figure out who owned your YouTube channel, and that if they found out that you were going to give them an extra $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Where my money, bitch? 20 minutes with my espresso.
But apparently tonight he decided he was going to attempt to swat me via CPS, which shows how desperate these people are kind of becoming at this point. Now, I'm going to play the video. It's kind of choppy because this guy's just got the absolute worst Kmart connection, for those of you who remember Kmart, but here we go.
Now, Kfar, you probably are so dumb that you don't know what you're saying. So let me explain something to you. Swatting is when you send a SWAT team to a person's home with false information. Child Protective Services.
Yeah, too bad that I've got video recording proof showing otherwise, Terry. So you can keep trying to divert and play cover from your suck account. Oh, a weird little guy.
Won't be using a SWAT team to come to your home for what I reported on. But since this video, part of the video is unclear, I'm going to go ahead and play it, and then I'm going to redo it so where you got a clearer version of it.
Okay. Well,
Okay, so this is where James Stern says, just like his old account, Maverick want him and what was his friend using voice change app, even though he was live talking to Chris and Tiffany without a mask. Exactly. Terry, you gave yourself up, and look, you literally just gave yourself away at you. Oh, I get it now. You're angry because he got your channel taken down. Sad that he broke the rule. Yeah, Terry did break the rule for sure. Followed a false copyright strike when he knew it was fair use, and then he got his ass handed to him. So then afterwards, he claims at least that he got someone's channel taken down. No, Terry, you didn't get anybody's channel taken down. YouTube could give a shit less about anything you've got to report on. Just the same way that the governor of Mississippi could give a fuck less about whatever you called when you were trying to call for your little butt buddy, Matt Reardon. They literally more or less told you to fuck off because, first of all, you can't even pronunciate any words correct. You sound like there's something going on, then they just basically told you to fuck right off. It was hilarious, Terry. It was hilarious.
I've seen it, so I'm going to go ahead and say this. I did not threaten his child. He brought up his child, and I was going to talk about it. But since y'all want to run your mouths, I'm going to tell you. I called. Hear that? I'll say it again. I called CPS on his ass.
Now, I don't know if you know this, KFAR, but I'm going to let you know anyway. I have 50 gigabytes up and down speed, so it's not my internet.
Genius.
It's actually the laptop. I've been experiencing this for the last 2 weeks, so I'll probably be getting a new one.
Did he ever get a new
This
one?
game,
I don't think he did.
you're not ready.
Okay. Other than the fact that this unhinged piece of dog shit filed a false report with CPS on a fellow YouTuber, because he got his teeny little feelings hurt.
Teeny itty bitty weenie.
The 50 gigabytes up and 50 gigabytes down claim is just absolutely hysterical. Terry, so I'm going to let you in on a secret that does not exist in commercial internet. You are in the middle of nowhere, fucking bumfuck Mississippi. And
Maddie,
while
it is
you
BS.
have the selection of like HughesNet and oh, okay, God, and maybe Infinity, you, I'm assuming, are talking about
Right,
Verizon
I know.
5G.
Yeah, G-Swag, he's like, I'm not Terry Moore, but like, explain how his favorite color is green. Oh, dude, I swear, like, why, Terry? Why? I just want to know why.
Internet, and don't understand it. That's the only conclusion I can come
What's up,
to.
Sluggo?
Is you have 5G internet and you have convinced yourself that you are getting 50 gigabytes up or 50 gigabytes down, or who knows, the whoever sold it to you told you that that's what the speed was and you believed
Especially
it because
lying
you're a fucking
about it.
moron. But that doesn't exist. Okay? Just putting it out there. That does not exist, just so you know. Continue.
But hey, here's exactly what I said. I called CPS. Repeat that. I called CPS on you. Was that good enough for you? Is it clear? I hope so, because I want you to hear it. I want everybody to hear it,
What a
because you're about to find out.
strange little guy. Remember, guys, Terry the Psycho claimed he called CPS literally over nothing. I mean, quite literally nothing whatsoever. Yeah, no, he didn't identify anything because he's lying, like always, because Terry is a known liar. And he thinks that he can save his appearance by lying more. So, and yeah, gee, the problem with that is silence is Terry. Terry is Josh, is silence, is Tyrants Beware, is trolling the trolls. There's a lot for sure. Yeah. So go ahead, report away, bud. Report to your little heart's content. Remember, false reporting can result in your channel being deleted.
Why I called CPS on you.
I think we all know what kind of pond scum eating, taint sucking lowlife brings children into internet beef with adults.
Terry does.
I think it is blatantly obvious at this point that this subterranean cave dweller is so
Oh, hey, by the way, Terry, I had a quick question. If you're still in here, just go ahead and leave a comment on your sock account. But hey, I noticed on your Facebook that you seem to have a lot of animals in cages. Just out of curiosity, Terry, are you running a puppy mill? Like, is that how you make your money? Is you and your girl work overnight scrubbing toilets and then selling doggies and kitties? Meow, meow.
so desperate, absolutely desperate to curry favor with for public safety and his subscribers that he will do anything for attention. The lies that come out of this man's mouth are astronomically bad.
Yep,
Like how
Ellie
he
Mae,
was going to
exactly.
be a lawyer and he was going to pass the bar in 2 months. How'd that go for you? Because you didn't take the bar exam. You didn't go to law school, Terry.
I don't see how Terry would be a lawyer. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. He could start at some point and maybe right before he dies get certified, but you know, he doesn't talk well. He doesn't even do edits clean. Like I mean, think about it. When you do an edit, you've got all the time in the world to perfect something before you put it out. And this guy constantly just puts out slop. Where and it's just like if you don't know how to pronunciate a word, you literally could Google it and you can even click on a speaker icon and it will pronunciate it for you so you can learn. You know.
So let's take a look at the public records that identify Tyrants Beware, starting with his own channel. He posted his grandparents.
He did.
And he's
See, Terry, and that's why you can't backpedal and lie. And why, I mean, I guess you could keep lying if you want to. It just shows your character more and more and the type of person you are. But you brought this all on yourself. You wanted to play this like Saw. Oh, you want to play a game? Huh, these are my grandparents, but you'll never be able to find me because my name is Terry and I use a voice changer.
so stupid that he thinks that just because they have a different last name than he does, that he cannot be
Yeah, James, I
identified
remember that.
by his own grandparents.
Now, this would be my grandmother, and
See?
this here is my grandfather. Look at there. What is on his hat?
Ooh, you doxed yourself right there, Terry. Like, dude, you put the name, date, and birth of your grandparents up on screen. Like, did you not think people were going to be able to trace back and get a roundabout idea of who you were? Especially when you then are sloppy and you drop the ball. And then you go on one of Ryder's streams, you take your mask off, and it's very clear you're streaming from a very low quality device, like probably your cell phone. And it's also very clear from your audio. You're not using a voice changing app. You just say that because you want to cover your ass on the fact that you were sloppy and people are finding out you're a liar.
That would be a United States Air Force symbol. because he is actually wearing a United States Air Force uniform.
Really? Wow.
So, oh, don't worry about it, Freddie. It's already on.
He said, and that's a certified U.S. uniformed hat, and that's his shirt, and that's his tie. See, guys.
My YouTube channel. But this is, in fact, my grandfather, William K. Higginson.
Good job, Terry.
I see why now you want to make sure I hide that, because that gives him what my last name is. Oh, damn. Thank you, Freddie. I should have realized that.
Hey, what's so funny is that TV thought he was so smart and just so clever putting this out. It just bit him right in the ass.
That dude. I mean, really.
Good job, Terry.
Good luck on trying to find that name.
Good luck, right?
The lack of critical thinking skills displayed here is truly remarkable. Like, seriously, absolutely remarkable that you would think just because your grandparents have a different name that you could not be found. That's because they are his maternal grandparents. They are his mother's parents. Of course, he is not going to have the same name.
Nope.
They've had multiple marriages. There are stepchildren involved. But this had nothing to.
But because Terry didn't think about that, and because he assumes everybody else has a lukewarm IQ just like he does, that, oh man, no one else will think about that. I'm so smart. There's no way anyone's gonna outthink past my plan. It's like, no, dude, you're elementary at best, Terry.
To do with luck. This took 2 seconds to Google the obituaries of these two people, find out who their children were that survived them, and there you have Tyrants Beware's.
Oh, anybody who wants to, because I was talking to Lucid about this earlier, anybody who wants to help me create a Summer Nights parody song, oh, I've got some lyrics for that one. Just saying. So,
mother. From there, it's a process of elimination, narrowing down which of the grandchildren it could possibly be. Here's where it got a little iffy because there are some brothers and they all look alike. Unfortunately. But the nail in the coffin for Tyrants Beware was on his own channel.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, James, Terry said a lot. You know, he did this, he did that. He also supposedly talked to his lawyer, his AI lawyer, about me. You know, the one that's like, "You're so smart, Terry, and the other guy is so dumb. You're so smart." Like, all right, man.
He had a short posted for an obituary of a girl who worked at Toyota. And he signed the memorial book in his own name and then put it on his channel. That short is no longer anywhere to be found, and it's because after I pointed that out to him, he took it down. Even in the memorial post, he mentions the song See You Again by Wiz Khalifa. Guess what song was in the background of the short? Yeah. So let's take.
No, Terry, you didn't get any channels shut down. I'm going to give you an example of if you even try to get anyone's channel taken down, the response that you would have got. Okay, so don't worry.
Take a look at Tyrants Beware on For Public Safety's channel before he was Tyrants
Exactly,
Beware.
guys.
Well, if you'll let me say one thing before I go, I'll jump off and let somebody else take my spot.
Well, here we just.
Oh, look, guys, that's the same voice. Oh, yeah, Terry, you also mess up because of the medals hanging up in your room. That was another thing you probably didn't think about.
Just got one more. Kentucky Reacts wants to come up. We're going to add Kentucky Reacts. Okay.
This is actually for Tiff. We actually did kind of a contest between me and Tiff about who would become a lawyer first. I wanted to make an update.
And remember, guys, this was back in, God, I want to say December of 23. So as far as him or Tiffany being lawyers, that's neither of them are lawyers still. So
that I've already finished my internship with a lawyer here in town.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Let me put the camera on.
Terry.
2 months, I go for my bar exam.
That is
So in 2
amazing.
months, if
You know what's funny is when you look at Terry, he's a pretty scraggly, scrawny little guy. He kind of looks like the guy in the beginning of Fox and the Hound. He's got that same bushy mustache, and it looks like he's had a rough life. He's definitely gone through some stuff. He's definitely not young by any means either. But I love when people like that and with that small frame go around calling other people. It's just I won't even get into it. It's funny though.
you gotta have
What's
it.
up, Killa?
That's why I've been getting over on GS's channel and kind of helping them with some of the things that I've learned from the lawyer that I've worked with. And I've actually won.
Oh yeah. GS is also knows that you're Terry. So good try though.
2 cases that a lawyer wasn't going to take, and I actually told him how to win it.
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you for that.
So, yeah, it was an old woman that was accused of DUI, and it was like, first of all, the field sobriety test has been ruled 79% accurate, and any
Lucid said, make sure you pay attention to the participation medal hanging up on the wall. That's funny, participation medal. Thanks for showing up to the Special Olympics.
woman or man that's over the age of I think it's 62, isn't even supposed to take that test.
I was going to say, I don't even
Hey,
see
Candace,
how they could expect an elderly person to take that test.
Yeah, well, you
Exactly.
can't pass one of those. You're talking about the field sobrieties on the field. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't pass one. I mean, it's
impossible.
at the end of the day, all
Chris is just saying that because Chris has never passed a field sobriety test.
it is just an excuse.
Designed.
Well, even
right.
Even
Killa.
with me being just 2 years younger than you, Chris, if I take the test, it doesn't matter. I've got the excuse from a doctor that says,
Oh, wait. And that's the thing, too, guys. If you go through and you go on the date when this live stream happened, him saying he's 2 years younger than Chris, you do the math from that. You look at his birthday, the birthday that tags to, Terry, it all matches up. What would you know? What would you know?
he'll automatically fail every time because on April 1st, 2017, I was a victim of a hit and run, which caused major brain damage. So I have to be very careful with getting hit in the head. That's why when I sent that,
Is it just me or does Ryder look zooted? I mean, his pupils are freaking huge. Like, I don't see any iris color whatsoever. It's just nothing but pupil.
video to y'all and said, kind of review it, see if you want to put it on your channel. I wanted
look
y'all to
zooted, I
realize
think.
that I didn't get it caught on camera, but when the cop accused me of resisting arrest, it was me putting my hand up while he slammed my head into my own vehicle.
I don't know if I have that video. You need to send that to me again.
I've actually sent it to you in an email, and it's on my other channel, which right now I've got it taken down because I was going to make sure that nobody knew what I was on that channel and who I was. That way I can do my little mass deal. And when y'all did y'all little Meade County what would we call it? Protest. I was actually going to show up with wearing this and doing my other account. If y'all can give me at least a
Wait, what's that silence? You said they're two different people. You mean they're two different accounts? Maverick is one fake account that Terry runs, and then Tyrants Beware is the other one that he thought he was all slick and rogue on until he did something as smart as putting up the information of his grandparents. Because he wasn't smart or apt enough to figure out that was a bad idea. Oh, looks like he's been lying 2 times, guys, just like the thumbnail. See, 2 times, guys. Guys lied at least 2 times, if not more. But I mean, it makes sense. Look at who he's next to. He's next to King Liar himself.
2-week notice, I can take off from work and I will definitely show up. I've already looked it up. I am 6 hours and 6 minutes exactly from
Wow,
each town.
that's a heck of a trip. We're mostly asking for.
I already looked it up, and I am 6 hours, 6 minutes, and 66 seconds away from nut hugging you. Okay, Chris? So I'm just saying, you stay tight, you keep Diesel warm, and I'll be down there soon.
Like people who are local, you know.
But if you can make
Don't count me out. Don't count me out because I've stayed it way too long. Never give up, never surrender. And I mean,
that's right.
Absolutely.
And if I haven't told y'all before, which I think you have, my family has actually served in the military since the War of 1812. And our tradition is within each generation, one person out of each generation must serve in the military. And we have done that.
Yeah, except you leave out the fact it wasn't you. You're like, thank God I have a brother or sister that did it for me. Because
even my cousins have done it, and the niece, my grandchild that just popped up here, and y'all all waved to her, which she couldn't hear because I had my earbud in. I'm sure she's going to be in it, but she's more of a doctor type right now because one of her Christmas gifts was she wanted a doctor's kit. So it's kind of a toss-up, but yeah.
Well, we definitely appreciate your family service. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Well, it's our pleasure. I mean, I've sent Tiff a video, I think it was a few days ago, of a guy that actually spoke about the way the world is right now.
Dude, the next thing you know, like if I ever get on panel with him, he's gonna be like, you took Chris
Ryder's first channel away. By Grabthar's hammer, I shall avenge him.
My family feels like that. And when I see something like that, I gotta stand up.
Yeah.
Right. Y'all have gotten a little glimpse of what I've done in my life. And I've already said I'm not proud of it. It's caused me a lot of problems like PTSDs. And I really won't go on and give more details about what it was that I did, but
because A, nobody cares. Number two, you're full of shit.
Y'all know I'm 100% all about constitutional rights because that's all what my family fought for.
He's all about it.
Now
he's all about free speech and truth and accountability, even though he's a known liar. He likes to claim he got other people's channels taken down. Like, oh wow, good job, you took people's speech away and their outlet for creativity. Wow, Terry, you're such a constitutional fighter. Like, God, I'm sure your parents are so proud of you. So
you have seen Tyrants Beware unmasked. You have heard that hideous voice and can confirm it is the same one that drones on mindlessly on the Tyrants Beware channel. Here are some screenshots from his girlfriend's Facebook page. Now, these are all 100% publicly available. You do not even need to be a friend to view them. Here she is confirming that his name is Terry, that they work together, and they have been dating since August of 2021. They work together at the Toyota plant because that is also publicly available knowledge. He is not a lawyer. He has not taken the bar exam. He will never take the bar.
I think it's funny that everybody knows that you're sitting right here, Terry, and you refuse to just come in on your actual account because it would prove everything that I'm saying. You're a coward. You're literally a coward. 100%.
Exam because he did not go to law school.
No.
I seriously doubt he even finished high school. Again, I don't think Toyota screens their employees very well. Here is also a picture of him and Billy. You can see the
Well, to be fair, Lucid, I don't think that Toyota hired him directly. I think that he probably worked through a temp agency. And even if he did get hired on full time, he probably works for a contractor or a subcontractor for, scrubbing the toilets out.
Resemblance. So it almost makes me wonder if he knows how much he looks like his brother and he hides behind his brother's identity. Little creepy, not gonna lie. I did block out the names of anyone else on these screenshots for the very simple reason, though, even though they are publicly available, it is not their fault that Terry is an idiot. It is not their fault that Terry is a scumbag who calls
Terry is also like super scrawny. Like really scrawny. Like toothpick skinny.
CPS for no reason for internet clout. It's not their fault.
Yo, Ryder, if you're watching this, man, hey, I know you and Tiff got some weight to spare. You think you could help your boy TV out? I mean, he's been suckling at your nuddles for like 3 years now. Could you give the guy something? I mean, you won't even acknowledge you know him. Will you at least give him some of your body weight, bro?
I also blocked out the face of the child that he showed on For Public Safety's live stream. But if you want more confirmation, that is still up on For Public Safety's channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, comment, subscribe.
So, yeah, Terry still is lying even more. So let's see here. All right, now you guys all wanted to get to the fun part, to the Terry's baking abilities. Okay, so look, while Terry is a known liar on YouTube, I heard he makes a pretty mad Mississippi mud pie.
Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. We are going to give Tyrants Beware a little bit of an education, because someone has to. If you are new here and do not know who Tyrants Beware is,
hey, are you still there? Tyrants Beware /Terry /Josh /Silence Do Good. We're gonna give you a edumacation.
You are the lucky ones among us, because Tyrants Beware has to be the stupidest human being I have ever come across in my entire life.
Agreed.
And that is saying something. I've met some really stupid people.
Yep.
This guy takes the cake.
I was just about to say that. That this guy takes the cake, and the cake's not made of good stuff. Let's just say that. You
Literally takes the cake.
Yep.
And what I mean by
minds
that
lucid.
is he willingly admits to making a cake.
Oh yeah.
With
I'm so sorry, guys. Maverick /Terry /Josh /Tyrants Beware /Dookie Boy /Mississippi Mud Pie Boy /Famous Boy /Silence Do Good. There we go. Got all of them.
In it. I kid you not. You can't make this up. You really can't. Before we get into it, first and foremost, as always, thank you to all of my channel members and subscribers. Without you, I would.
Terry doesn't take Ryder's cake. I mean, you can see Ryder's definitely keeping the weight on. So, and Terry's so toothpick skinny. I don't think he's taking Ryder's cake. I will say that Ryder's definitely gonna get his desserts taken when he's in the pokey. Like 100%, that dude's losing some weight. Like he's not gonna get some desserts for a couple months, unless he does some favors for the boys. You know what I mean?
Would not be here doing this. And as always, thank you. If you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would certainly appreciate it. And frauditors everywhere cry every time you do. Let's go ahead and get into this.
I was going to tell you a little something about this cake. So this is the cake that I showed off in my post. Now we're going to take a quick look at the responses that I got. So here are the responses. And as you can see, a lot of people have said, hey, it looks delicious. Now there was one comment that asked me, which grocery store did I buy it from? Unfortunately, this was not bought in a grocery store, but I'm going to tell you the ingredients. So let me put that picture back up. Now, this cake is actually what we call a Mississippi mud pie. Now, as you can see, it is basically a chocolate cake. It has a half a cup of flour, some chocolate powdered Hershey, and fudge dripped on top with some chocolate chips.
With some,
there is one very particular ingredient that was put into this, and it's what we call a Mississippi mud pie.
He said, I got the ingredients when I was cleaning the toilets at work.
For a reason, because there are actually 2 variants, and this one would happen to be the joke. See, we always play jokes on people that we don't like that come down here to Mississippi. Now, I'm going to actually tell you what the Mississippi mud pie is made out of with this special ingredient. Are you guys ready? It's cow manure. That's right. This cake right here that you see on this plate has cow manure in it. It is a joke. Kind of think of it like when a hunter goes out and does its first kill. Normally, you would have a person who would prank them and tell
What? Like, what? Is this like a norm where you guys are from? Because I've never heard of this. Like, unless this is some just straight backwoods Mississippi shit. Like, he's like, yeah, when we initiate one of our buddies, we make them eat some cow shit. Hey, you know, if they get mad, hey, that ain't the type of fella you want to befriend.
oh, you got to eat the heart raw or drink the blood. This is all things that are practical jokes that we do for first-time hunters.
It's not Wolverine.
And yes, it does happen.
Red Dawn.
But overall, what does this cake have to do with Dummy Kruger's video? Well, as you've seen, everybody said it looks so delicious. Well, just because something looks delicious doesn't necessarily mean it is.
Right, okay.
So in the future, when you see a video, you have to always remember, question it and do your own research, because you just...
That's actually what we did, and then you got mad because everybody found out that you're Terry. Like, which one is it? Is it be smart and do your research, or just don't do that?
Might be getting a very big taste of cow manure. Now, I will tell you, yes, my wife cussed me out because I had to go and buy a brand new...
Hey, Killer brought up a really good point that I didn't even think about. He's like, what the hell is he talking about? He doesn't even have friends to prank. Like, who's he pranking? And then if he's trying to say it's someone at work, I don't know, dude. That seems like an easy way to lose your job. Like, that seems like an easy way. Like, all right, Terry, what'd you do now? He's like,
I fed another person cow shit pie.
And they're like, Terry, look, you know, we only gave you the custodial job because we know your grandpa. Okay. You know, plus we get, you know, a subsidy from the government for hiring a person like you. So don't do it again, Terry. Bad Terry.
Cake pan because she didn't want to use the one that had cow manure in it. So yes, I did get in a little trouble with the wife, but she understood. The pan was replaced, the old one was thrown out. So that's that.
Now, I want you to ask yourself something. I want you to ask yourself if any point in your life, or even if you can imagine a point in your life where you would be willing to go get cow shit, bring it into your kitchen, put it into your mixing bowls, put it in your oven, permeate your house with the smell of baking cow shit to quote unquote own someone on the internet that you will never meet, does not care about what you think, does not care about what you do, and still think that it's going to go your way when you post the video telling people what you...
I mean, I think that he didn't even make that. I think that's 100% a store-bought, like, chocolate bun cake with chocolate chips, and he just threw it on a paper plate and go, look what I made. It's a poop pie. Ha 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 ha. I mean, I don't find Terry to be smart enough to even have the capacity to know how to use like a preformed pan. So I don't believe for a second he made that. And even if someone did make that, it was probably his like wife slash girlfriend. Like I don't think that's his wife. I think that's his like girlfriend who stays with him because there's probably not another single guy in the building or something like that. So
let me know in the comment section if anyone
yeah,
amongst you can ever imagine a moment in your life where you would think that this is a good
Hey, Tab
idea,
will eat anything,
that this
dude,
is going to make you look like a smart person, that this is going to make you look like a sane person. Because I'll be perfectly honest, I'll tell you, I can't think of a single moment in my life where I would ever do this. This has to be the single lowest point in human evolution. I kid you not. There's no way it gets lower than this. This has to be it, right? So Tyrants Beware also likes to create some pretty shitty AI generated music.
Yep, for sure.
I mean, it's bad. No one watches it. No one listens to it.
Not only is it bad, but like, so I've noticed that Terry and Cliff have this weird thing where they've got these like really weird, like Illuminati ritualistic ideas for the 1A community. Like, you know, you've got Cliff over here, you know, Mr. Shakes a lot, sure shakes a lot. And he's all like, yeah, it's all about the policy riding up, being vigilantes, hanging people. And you've got Terry who's like, yeah, we're the torchbearers. We're the secret society. We're anonymous. Like, it's like, dude, you guys are both so fucking weird. Like, it's unsettling how weird and cringy you both are.
Good. But he has a hobby. It keeps him busy. I can't imagine him being good at anything, so I would be shocked if it was deep.
I'm also going to laugh when Terry figures out that he doesn't own shit for rights or copyright to those AI songs, but instead it's the company that he literally was like, just wrote an easy prompt in. Like, Terry acts like him typing in, yeah, I want a song that mimics the sound of Hollywood Undead, but says this and then talks about how I'm awesome. That's not you like figuring out a melody, coming up with a chord progression, playing the instruments, setting up the timing, setting up a verse, setting up a chorus, a bridge, a pre-chorus, any of that stuff, which I'm sure you probably don't even have a clue how to do any of that. That's why you rely on an AI generator program that a 12-year-old could log into and make probably better music.
But it's just like so many other dog shit creators, he likes to copyright strike people, knowing full well that he does not hold a registered copyright to this music. In fact, he doesn't hold copyright at all, considering its AI nature. Now, he posted a whole video where he used an AI-generated lawyer to tell people, oh no, Tyrants Beware has copyright to this music.
Oh no.
He doesn't. When it comes to AI-generated music, we aren't talking about normal copyright. Normally, copyright is created at the time of publication, but when it comes to anything AI-generated, there's a lot more gray area in there. According to U.S. copyright, where this would be applicable, he could copyright his lyrics if he wrote them. It remains to be seen whether or not he did. But as far as the music itself, most AI generative programs retain the rights to a lot of the content you create on their sites. There are paid versions of programs where you might retain the rights, but that still doesn't grant you copyright. There is a big difference. And Tyrants Beware doesn't seem to be aware of this.
Yeah. Last I heard, Terry was still like telling people, hey, you know, you can use my music, but make sure you send me a message. That way I can give you a little certificate. He's just like a little kid. He just wants to give you his Valentine so that you'll be his friend. He's like, yeah, here, you can have my business card here.
Here's a quick example of the music I'm talking about.
Behind the mask I stay, in light and dark I play. You'll never know my name, yet I will rise the same.
It's so horrible, dude.
Behind the mask I stay, in light and dark I play. You'll never know my name, yet I will rise the same. Secrets that I keep, silence will
Hurts
not
my
win.
ears, dude.
Strong when we unite, in shadows out of sight.
Well, what's with the breathing? That's weird.
After the almost irresistible urge to unalive myself every single time I'm forced to listen to any amount of his bullshit, I think I'm okay now. This is just painful for me. I am a huge lover of music. I listen to almost everything. I listen to
Yeah, that was a
mainstream. I
good one,
listen to
Ralph.
independent artists. I listen to folk
Probably.
artists. I listen to dwarf metal. I listen to sea shanties. I even have Spice Girls in one of my playlists. Like, I listen to everything. But this is just such unparalleled shit
What's up, Ted?
that there are no words for it. It's just that bad. I tend to be a lot easier on independent artists and independent creators, but I don't consider him either one. And if he wasn't such an asshole, I probably wouldn't be as harsh on him as I am. I still wouldn't listen to his music.
Hey guys, if you're 100% sure that Silence is Terry, put a 1 in the chat, because it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear, Terry. It's pretty clear, bud. Oh, this is so funny.
But I probably wouldn't be quite as harsh.
You're
But
such a
he
little
is.
weasel, dude.
He is an asshole to the 10th degree. This is also the same man who called CPS on another creator for no reason other than the fact he did not like him.
Yep.
That's how pathetic this man is. Truly, it's a level I have never seen before. So much to this story. I can see him sitting in his little trailer, eating his shit cake, entering prompts into AI to create this stuff, and then posting it to his channel and thinking, ooh, I did something there.
I got him.
No. Thank you so much.
She said, I got him. All right, we're going to kick it to another one. Uno momento, por favor. Let's do this one. Do you guys like cartoons? If you guys like cartoons, let me know.
What's wrong, Chrissy? You look so sad and like you might piss your pants and cry at the same time. Is everything okay?
I knew I was going to get caught eventually, Terry, but I didn't know it was going to be this humiliating.
It's fine, Chrissy. You know you can just tell them it was the imposter again, and they will believe it. You tell me all the time how stupid and gullible your subscribers are. They believe every lie you tell them. You can just do it again. It works every time.
I can't this time. Dummy Kruger made me his little bitch in that last video. He showed the world that I had been lying about 246 Leah Way the whole time. I lied to my subscribers. I lied to the court. I lied so people would donate to my GoFundMe. I lied for years. How am I supposed to get past that? My grifting days are done for.
Don't worry, Chrissy. I promise it will be fine.
And it is true, guys. Chris Ryder's grifting days are done. Dude can't even break like over 800 views on a live. Like his channel has just been completely obliterated. Completely. Like he's never going to get back up to where he was with that first channel. It's just done for.
He'll make up a lie about.
And just think about it. If he's never going to grow, what does that mean for all of his little warts on the bottom of his nuts? It means they're all going to eventually start to fall off.
Someone else and spread it to my 12.5 followers. And then you can talk about it on your live while you beg for money. I'll even start an OnlyFans for you. And people will pay me to put my clothes back on.
No, you will not, Terry. The only person you will take your clothes off for is me, and don't you forget it. Why has this elevator door not opened? This is kidnapping. This is entrapment. You will be going on the lawsuit. You cannot hold me prisoner.
Press the button?
No, that is a violation of my rights to make me press the button. The door should just open for me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed that trend, but people like Ryder and Tav, their channel is completely fallen off. There's a reason for that, just so you guys know.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think the door should just open for me without me having to press the button.
Chrissy, there is no chat. It's just me and you. Since we're alone, I've always dreamed of licking your taint in an elevator. I'll even take my mask off for you, and only you, if you call me Maverick.
Terry, bye, Terry.
I'm almost the size of...
Bye, Terry. Why don't you come back with your real account, you little weasel coward? Yeah, this isn't this ain't an airport. You don't have to announce your departure, but
a tic-tac just thinking about it.
No, definitely leave the mask on. No one needs to see that. Maybe you should just run away with me, Terry. Just me and you.
Come on,
no
Terry,
one loves
do
me
it.
like you do.
Do it, Terry.
No one shoves their head so far up my ass I can smell their shampoo like you do. I mean, if you washed your hair, that is. You don't care that I am a liar and a grifter. You love me for me.
Oh, Chrissy, I love you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
A relaxed ass
Oh,
is
yeah.
a happy ass.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's a tight and unrelaxed
Oh, yeah.
ass, it's an unhappy
Oh, yeah.
ass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Chrissy, it's okay. It happens a lot to men our age. I barely noticed it anyway. You gave it all you got, buddy, and that's what matters.
Whatever. Let's get out of this elevator and go home.
Chrissy, isn't this the same address you said didn't exist? The address that was on your insurance? The insurance with your Mustang on it?
Uh-oh.
The address on your driver's license?
Yeah, Ryder, do you remember that?
The address you never heard about?
Right, that one you lied
That's
about?
it, right?
Shut up.
That's just like that other time, Ryder, where you told people that you came home, or sorry, that you called your girl, versus you went there. Like your story was never straight on that address. Patrick says Tav was live the other night escorting his buddy around delivering pizzas. Was no surprise to me that it would take both of them to figure out how to do such a mundane task, though. I mean, that's the thing. I would much rather see Kevin like delivering pizzas or working a job than the stuff he does now. I mean, there's literally no point to it. Like, cool. Like, what? I mean, is he going to start like a food eating channel? I mean, that's really all he ever does is you just see him chowing down and then he's just bitching about everybody else being negative. Like, you know, it's one thing when you're like me, that's what you're always doing, but it's different when you're like, I'm a constitutional warrior. I'm here to educate and you know, the same that gets blurted out through everywhere. So, all right, guys, we got one more here, and then I think that's really about it. Let's see. This was. Is that the right one? What the F? Hold on, guys. Okay, this was the right one. Hold on. All right.
On the first day of Christmas, my Chrissy gave to me a GoFundMe for public safety. On the second day of Christmas, my Chrissy gave to me 2 camera lenses and a GoFundMe for public safety. On the third day of Christmas, my Chrissy gave to me 3 French kisses, 2 camera lenses, and a GoFundMe for public safety.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, I bring you the Tyrants Beware Christmas album. Did you ask for it? Absolutely not. Are you going to get it anyway? Abso-fucking-lutely. Featuring great hits like We Wish You a Merry Griftmas.
You want to create content that people remember. With Motion Array's new graphics category, create content better than ever.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a big fat GoFundMe. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a big fat GoFundMe.
You've got special appearances from fan favorites like Georgia Transparency giving us his a cappella version of Have Yourself a Little Bit of Taco Bell.
Have yourself a little bit of Taco Bell. Let your belts be tight. We all know they're open for me all night. Through the years, we all will eat together. Unless I eat it first.
What's up, CJ and Navy Girl?
That's
Glad
right,
to see you
ladies and
guys.
gentlemen. TrashMusicForYou.com proudly presents the Tyrants Beware Christmas album for the low price of $29.99 plus shipping and handling. All of these hits can be yours.
All right, guys. So we really have to break this down just to appreciate this. So up here it says, hold on, let me. Okay, it says bonus track, Chrissy, it's cold outside. One trash CD plus $923 shipping and handling. Canadian orders, add 75. Well, you're fucked, flat dirt. U.S. funds, okay. Rush delivery if you know the password. EBT. She put an EBT card up there. 69. Mud Pie, Mississippi.
Call toll-free 1-900-700-6969 for a Tyrants Beware Christmas. Backed by our Grifter's Promise 100% money-back guarantee. I promise you that your ears are going to bleed every single second that you listen to these morons, and you are going to love every minute of it. Am I actually going to give your money back? No, that isn't actually going to happen. But it sounds good on YouTube. For the low price of $29.99, you can be the proud owner of such hits like Jingle Balls, Trespassing All the Way, and not to forget my personal favorite, Deck the Hose with free press passes.
Deck the halls with free press passes. La, 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 la. I'm obnoxious because I can be. La, 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 la.
I'm not gonna lie, the follow it did a pretty good job at making it hilarious.
I will cry if someone touches me. La, 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 la. For all the people, because I want to. La, 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 la.
What's funny is you guys don't realize, but Ryder was standing right there over him, helping him with those follow.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty bad. I can promise you, though, the rest of the album is worth every single penny. A portion of every sale will go directly to making sure I can continue my activism, fighting all of those illegal trespassing charges that I accumulate from having absolutely nothing better to do in my life. So give me your money, put a 1 in the chat, and purchase the Tyrants Beware Christmas album, available for a limited time only. These things are gonna go fast.
Oh, it's an ad. Hey Terry, if you're
Put
still there.
on in the chat if you love me. You are my only friends. The holidays are here again. Put on in the chat if you love me. Put on in the chat if you love me. I need the validation daily. Without it, I have nothing. I don't know what I would do this Christmas without you. So put a 1 in the chat if you love me. Put a 1 in the chat if you love me.
Hey, Killa said we can point you in the right direction.
I need the validation daily. Without it, I have nothing. I don't know what I would do this Christmas without you. So put a 1 in the chat if you love me. Put a 1 in the chat if you love me. Put a 1 in the chat if you love me.
Hours beware is what they say when they see me. You gotta know hanging off Chris's nuts ain't easy. Cowards beware is what they say when they see me. I wish I could see or touch Chris's wee.
On the first day of Christmas, my Chrissy gave to me a GoFundMe for public safety. On the second day of Christmas, my Chrissy gave to me 2 camera lenses and a GoFundMe for public safety. On the third day of Christmas, my Chrissy gave
Hell
to
yeah,
me
she did.
3 French.
I think the funniest part was the fa la 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 la. It sounds like he's choking down Chris, bro.
Deck the halls with free press passes. I'm obnoxious cause I can be.
Dude, it's like the program does such a good job at making it sound like him. When she puts in, I'm obnoxious cause I can be. Lucid's a genius, dude.
I'm obnoxious cause I can be. I will cry if someone touches me. Troll the people cause I want to.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty bad. I can promise you though, the rest of the album is worth every single penny. A portion of every sale will go to
All right, guys. Yeah, I mean, it really does sound like him, like 100%.
It sounds exactly like Terry does, for sure. With that being said, guys, I really appreciate you guys for being here to be at my live stream. Yeah, I think I should go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too, because it's pretty good. So, with that being said, guys, this is Boot Body Cam / Boot Productions, also known as Jeremy with Brain Rot. I hope that you guys all have a good night. Mods, I'm sure everybody knows Lucid's lair, but please make sure to put her link in the chat because Lucid is awesome, especially when she spanks Tyrants Beware. It's very funny. So, thank you guys, and y'all have a great night.